Hey guys, welcome back. I got an amazing episode for you today. I've got the #1 real estate agent in the country who's also a real estate investor and also teaches people how to make more money from their real estate investments, how to not throw away your dead leads, and how to leverage those and make tons of money with it. I got Chris Craddock with me, and you're in for a special episode. All right, guys, I have a boatload of knowledge for you today. We're going to give you multiple ways to make additional income as a realtor. Let's just dive right in. How are you today, Chris?
I'm doing great, brother. Glad we could connect.
Yeah, I know. Glad that you got to take out some time. I know you're on vacation. I know you're at the lake house. You're going to hit the water soon. Thanks so much for joining me on this call. I figured who else better to talk about how to make extra money as a real estate agent than the guy that owns 13 businesses. So, I mean, do you have like a preferred way to make extra money as a real estate agent? Or do you have like the top three? How do you want to roll this out?
Well, so here's the first one. I know you haven't asked me to do this, but I'll give it's shameless if it's for myself, but I guess it's shameful if it's for somebody else. So the shameful plug, buy Brent Bowers course on how to wholesale land, right? So there's my shameful plug. That is one way. Here's what I don't understand. I have taught and coached and spoken to thousands, tens of thousands, like so many real estate agents over the years, probably hundreds of thousands at this point in time. And the reality is most agents don't understand that there is a whole side of the real estate industry, the investor side, that most agents haven't gotten into. Literally, like this is what's so crazy to me is that if we were stock market traders, we would go to jail if we use the information to further our own cause. But in real estate, we're allowed to have insider trading. Is that not crazy? We can insider trade. So what I would just say is the first thing that real estate agents got to do is say, if a deal has slipped through your fingers and hit the MLS, you have missed out. Buy your own product. That is my first thought. So that's one. Number two, once you're doing a lot of business, you can look at other ways, starting a title company, starting a mortgage company, starting an insurance company, starting a construction company, a legal shield company, helping people with their legal issues when they're buying houses with their wills, everything else on that front. I'm losing track of all the other different places, but there's so many different ways that you can make money by helping people. Now, you've got to be compliant. There's some RESPA rules, which is the compliance board that you have to make sure that you're compliant. You don't just go out Wild West and just do it, but you find great partners that will help you get it done. So those are some easy ways to just add to the income that you have. But I'd love to jump in if you're cool with it, Brent, just with like how our business just okay. So this was the biggest catapult to my business. I still remember it was year 2 to year 3. In year 2, we did 41 million in volume. Year 3, we did 44 million in volume. And that was years ago when the house prices were a lot lower than they are now. So it was harder to get there, but it still was a small jump. The first year we almost doubled in volume. The second year we only did a little bit more. And I'm like, man, I'm scratching, I'm clawing, I'm working so hard. And a buddy of mine, I say a buddy, he was a mentor of me, but I've never met him. I just was listening to his podcast and his audiobooks and everything else. And he said to me on that podcast, and it felt like it was personal. He said when he was growing, he realized that he could only work so many more hours to get the next deal. What he needed to do is find a way that one relationship will create 5 more deals, 10 more deals, 50 more deals, 100 more deals. And that's when I went and found a big wholesaler in my area. And I just said to him, what are you doing with your dead leads? And he said to me, we've tried everything. It doesn't work. And I'm like, give me some of those leads. And here's my real story. Give me some of those leads. Let me monetize them for you. I know you have a real estate license. I'll give you a referral fee. And he was like, no, listen, we gave 1,000 leads to a person that was like one of the top Keller Williams agents in the world. And they closed 6 in the last 6 months out of 1,000 leads. It's not worth our time. I don't want to do it.
Still 6 more than what they would have had.
Right. It was still 6 more than they would have had, but it was still like, it wasn't that much. So So I just kept going and going and going. And finally, one of my life mottos is persistence breaks resistance. And so I just kept calling and calling and calling. And finally, the guy was like, yeah, look, we'll give you 150 leads. So they gave me 150 leads. 70 of them had already sold. 30 of them were out of the area. And so, like, I mean, I had less than 50 leads left. And I'm like, man, this other person got 6 done out of 1,000. I got to find 6 out of these like 40 or whatever it was, 30 or 40 leads that I had. I mean, everything I could do. I mean, I hyped up all my sales skills. I did everything I could, working to like be able to sell ketchup popsicles to women in white gloves kind of salesmanship. I got 6 listing agreements signed. I called them and I said, hey, I'm sending you referral fees on 6 listings. And they're like, wait, you got 6 of those signed? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, Chris, listen, we liked you, so we didn't want to tell you to screw off. But the reality was, like, we gave you leads that were all 5 years old because of the fact we just wanted you to stop bugging us. Like, we didn't think you could monetize.
People move every 3 to 5 years, so you caught them on the second move 5 years later. That's amazing.
Well, that was the crazy thing was like they thought it was unmonetizable. But the reality was we were able to do it and then just created a system to build that out. And now, I mean, this month alone, we're sending that company that we built this out with $81,000 in referral fees in the next month. So like this is a real thing. They said it wasn't worth their time, all the other stuff. And just because I was annoying enough to not let them say no to me, they ended up now they're going to make almost $1 million this year on referral fees that they're sending to us on leads that they were just throwing away. So if you're a real estate agent, you've got to, one, be an investor and work your own leads of sellers that are raising their hand. But 2, find people like Brent, find people that are investors, find people that have had leads in the past that are just throwing them away and go see how you can help them with those leads.
And no one ever contacts us about those, the real estate agents. And I'll tell you, your persistence absolutely pays off. I had already taken your course on REI Revive to keep basically, we spend tens of thousands of dollars in marketing. Let's just say we get 20 leads. We might only buy one house out of those 20 leads. So those other 19 leads are dead. But with your system and splitting that commission with an actual licensed agent allowed us to bring in an additional $100,000 in the last 12 months. And we barely focused on it. Now, with, again, your persistence with me, getting me to get my real estate license and join the whole EXP partnership, it's got me on fire. Now we're going to list ourselves. We're ramping that up. We're growing the business, and we're listing more of our own stuff too, to where we had paid a couple agents almost $300,000 each in the last 12 months. So it's going to be an amazing thing. So I'm glad for your persistence. All right, hopefully you're getting smashing ideas of how to make additional income as a realtor. So in due effort, let's smash that subscribe button, and thank you for your support. Let's keep rolling.
This is the cool thing is, if you're a real estate agent and you are interested in our model, the REI Revive model, we used to charge, a lot of money to be a part of the program. But what I found is EXP allowed us to basically create business partnerships with people, like not where you're joining the real estate team in the traditional sense where there's like, where you have a split with the team leader, but in a way that basically we're a big brokerage together and we partner together and everybody's monetarily, their upside all coincides. So if you do well, we all make money together. And so I'm incentivized for the success of people in our network. And so if that's something that you are interested in, I'll tell you what, Brent and I would love to partner with you. I mean, literally, we become business partners. We become part of each other's world. We don't keep we don't have a split where we get a piece of everything you do. It's just the way that EXP works. It's the virtual brokerage model where we get a partner together with you and help you succeed. So if that's something you're interested in, like literally, we just give our whole playbook. You get my whole playbook, REI Revive, everything from job postings if you're looking to hire agents to how did we start title companies? How do we, any of that stuff, literally all of it, we become business partners and you get the whole shebang.
I love it. We went through so many things on how to make additional income as a realtor. We didn't even talk about, how office space is provided, how insurance is a possibility. Now, a lot of real estate agents don't even have insurance unless they have a spouse that works for another company. So there's so many ways to make additional income as a real estate agent. Guys, hopefully you got a ton of value from this. If you're interested in having a conversation about joining the fastest growing, real estate company in the world, head on over to partnerwithbrent.com. We'll get you access to all these resources, and also multiple people we didn't even mention, multiple leading, I guess I would say, coaches teaching people how to make money really quickly in the real estate industry. And that's why, most real estate agents fail. They're not making enough to even make ends meet because they don't know what to do in a system to follow to do it. So again, partnerwithbrent.com. Chris, any other parting words before you head out on that lake?
I'll tell you what, one thing that I've learned is your network will be your net worth, right? Who you partner with. Are you hanging with people that are doing stuff at a higher level that's going to drag you along with their success? And so for me, that's why I love partnering with Brent. And yeah, for you, if you'd like to join our network, if you'd like to be part of our inner circle, reach out, partner with Brent, and let's see if this is a good fit for all of us.
Thank you so much for joining, Chris. Have a blessed day. Talk to you soon.